What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Bull Slayer on Crypto. It's your boy Bull Slayer. When there's blood out there in the street, we still eat. With that being said, let's get into this video. Today, I'm bringing you a video. Most of you have heard of Terra. Most of you have heard of Kwan, and then maybe some of you haven't. However, today, we're going to take a look at a little brief look at what happened and what is the ongoing investigation behind Kwan and Terra Luna. So, for those of you that are new, go to Wikipedia. Terra is a blockchain protocol and payment platform used for algorithmic stablecoins. The project was created in 2018 by Terraform Labs, a startup co-founded by Kwan and Daniel Shin. It is most known for its Terra stablecoin, which is UST, and the associated Luna reserve asset cryptocurrency. In May of 2022, the Terra blockchain was temporarily halted after the collapse of the stablecoin Terra UST and Luna in the event that wiped out almost 45 billion in market capitalization in a week. Okay, so Terra Luna is uh, a, a coin that has another coin, which is supposed to be a stable coin, which is UST. And UST is pegged to Luna. And so you can actually stake Luna on Terra Station and UST on Anchor. And so, at this time I had a little bit of UST staking on Anchor, and I think they had just dropped the percentage to 18%. Don't quote me on that, but 18% return rate, and I forgot what it was on Terra Luna, but and my Terra Luna is still in Terra Station. I actually sold UST at a loss, but I didn't have a lot in there anyway, so I still did get some money. But anyway, let's read about this. Korean government investigates Kwan as he dissolved Terra Labs, Korea said days before the collapse. The 99% catastrophic collapse of Luna and the depeg of UST has created major ripples in the cryptocurrency world and irreversibly shaken the public's trust in algorithmic stablecoins. That is a big thing, because now the government is going to start really looking at these stable coins and cryptocurrency as a whole, because of stuff just like what happened here, because people's lives were greatly affected. Let's read on. It has now been 10 days since the historic event, and a pattern starts to emerge. Okay, so now things start to get interesting, and an even more surreal turn of events. Kwan has vowed to liquidate the Terra Labs in South Korea days before the depegging event. Okay, now I'm not going to read all of this, but I'm going to skip down and read this highlighted. It is currently unknown whether Kwan had any prior knowledge of the crash. However, the timing of this decision is rather suspicious, considering the catastrophic event that occurred only 5 days later. Now, I can't really say for sure because I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments what you think. I hope I can get some comments on this. I want to know what people's thinking in regards to this. In some aspects, I know what people's thoughts are. However, I'm not going to say. But anyway, however, in case this was an escape plan conjured up by a criminal mastermind, you'll be glad to know that it has not worked. Well, it worked in the fact that a lot of people have lost money, and a lot of lives have been damaged. and some of them permanently damaged because of this. So the Seoul Southern District Prosecutor's Office has announced that it launched an official investigation in the Terra labs in Do Kwan. Okay? So let's go down. The plot thickens as Do Kwan is also facing a tax fine of $78 million for evading corporate and income tax payments, according to Korean reporter Jin Woo. Luna has stabilized and UST left for dead. 10 days after the collapse, it appears that Luna has stabilized and has been trading between 0.301 and 0.303. Whether Terra's recovery plan will actually work, it remains to be seen. The organization looks like is keen to create a new chain to distribute 1 billion of a new token in Luna to people affected by the crash. Um, Now this right here, we see that Binance CEO, who is now poor uh, due as his 1.6 billion investment in Luna is now worth a mere 3,000, has repeatedly criticized this approach and asked for Luna to be burned instead. So what Do Kwan is trying to do is, come up with like a V2 of Luna, and he wants to mint these new tokens and distribute them to people who held Luna, even though they wouldn't get back everything that they lost, but to try to make it right, create something new, and build on that. CZ, the CEO of Binance, you know, because he had so much money invested in Luna, okay, and so he's telling Do Kwan that this is not a good approach. That it's better to burn instead, drive up the price that way, you know. And so, anyway, Binance's Luna investment was worth 1.6 billion. Now it is less than 3. So we already read that. Okay, so let's go down. And I've seen a lot of people trading uh, Terra because Voyager still had it listed, and maybe some other exchanges, even when the other exchanges had paused it. So let's read on. After doing a daily post check on the situation since the crash, which you can read about here, it is clear that not a single good decision was made by the Terra team in order to try to eliminate the damage that their system has caused to any investor or to itself. The CEO has been proven to be dishonest, arrogant, and incapable of collaborating with other exchanges to help resolve this situation. Now, I'm not going to say anything bad about this guy. I'll keep my thoughts to myself. Um, However, if you have some thoughts that maybe you were affected, you like to express in the comments, feel free. Please be gentle. Don't, come in too vulgar, I would ask, but I know people have a lot of thoughts about this guy. I've seen him in videos. I know his character, um, and, his being headstrong, and even though I don't believe it was Terra Labs as a company, I believe it was all Do Kwan. It was all him making the decisions because on Terra Station, I believe it was, or maybe it was Anchor, I'm not sure, but when they went and they voted, it was a big percentage that voted against the way that Do Kwan is doing it. They didn't want it to be done that way, but he went ahead and pushed it forward anyway. So what's the reason for putting out a poll to vote on if you're going to go ahead and do what you want anyway? And how many people, I mean, I don't know what his thought pattern is, but how many people do you think are going to trust you and buy into this after what has been done. I wouldn't buy into it. I'm counting up my loss. If you want to make it right, give me back what I lost. But other than that, I still wouldn't buy into it after that. But a lot of people, it dropped. They see that they can make money and they've been trading it. Um, so let's read this last highlight. Whether Do Kwan has prior knowledge of the crash as he dissolved Terra Labs Korea is unknown at this time. More updates to come. So he did dissolve his he did dissolve Terra Labs prior to this happening. And what they're saying is that it all just seems to be kind of fishy, that all of a sudden you have this one big company that was heavily invested. They pulled out money and, you dissolving the company. You made a video talking. This video was days before he was in an interview. And he said 95% of these projects will fail. And he said it's entertainment in watching these projects fail, and he was laughing about it, and now shortly thereafter that this happens. I mean, come on, man. You holding people's, lives. You holding people's life savings, man. Changing lives in a bad way, and that's where it the cliche or the slogan becomes alive that says only invest what you're willing to lose. Because crypto is volatile. We see it right here. This project had been around 4 years, and we see this happen. And I see a lot of people funding projects that are good, with good CEOs and the CEOs of the projects and their, actions is speaking along with their words, and they're doing good. And then you got a guy like this, ain't nobody funding this project, but everybody buying into it, And this was before all of this happened, Even I had bought into it, However, with that being said, this is your boy Bull Slayer. Just wanted to bring you this quick news. If you like this content, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified of other videos in the future when I post them. With that, God bless. See you in the next one. Peace.